Good evening, students. This is 10th standard science video class. In this video class, we are going to continue the lesson plant anatomy and plant physiology. Dear students, this is unit 12 plant anatomy and plant physiology. In this lesson, we have already seen different topics. What is tissue? Different types of tissue system in plants, that is meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Then according to Sachs, the three types of tissue system are ground tissue system, epidermal tissue system or dermal tissue system, and vascular tissue system. Out of these three, we have seen ground tissue system and epidermal tissue system and their functions of a epidermal tissue system. And also we have seen the table column which contains differentiate between three different types of tissue system, that is epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system and vascular tissue system. Today we are going to continue the last tissue system, that is vascular tissue system. Dear students, last video class we have seen vascular tissue system which consists of two tissue. One is the xylem tissue, another one is the phloem tissue. Both of them are arranged in the bundles, that is called a vascular bundle. Xylem conducts water and mineral salts from the soil to do the photosynthetic function. Phloem conducts the food material which is prepared in the leafy region to different parts of a plant. So this vascular tissue system is divided into three types. One is the radial, another one is the conjoined, third one is the concentric. So dear students, first one, radial bundles, that means xylem and phloem are arranged in the different radii but alternate manner. That is the radial vascular bundle. Example, monocot root and dicot root. Next one, conjoined vascular bundle. This one also we have already seen in the previous video class. That is xylem and phloem are arranged in the same radii, that is single straight line. So this conjoined bundle divided into two types. One is collateral vascular bundle, another one is the bicollateral vascular bundle. Collateral means xylem and phloem are arranged in the same radii, but phloem which facing the periphery. Periphery means what I told you in the previous video class, margin or outer surface. And also, due to the presence or absence of cambium, this collateral vascular bundle is again divided into two types. Between the xylem and phloem, cambium is present means that vascular bundle is conjoined, collateral, open vascular bundle. Example, dicot stem. Another one, between the xylem and phloem, cambium is absent. That is called conjoined, collateral and closed vascular bundle. Example, monocot stem. Next one, bicollateral vascular bundle. That is phloem which is present both upper side as well as the inner side of the xylem. Two cambium is also present in the vascular bundle. That type of vascular bundle is said to be bi. Bi means what is that one? Two. Collateral vascular bundle. Phloem which is facing both upper side as well as the lower side or outer side as well as the inner side. Center they are having the xylem. Two cambial tissues also present here. So this type of vascular bundle is bicollateral vascular bundle. Example, cucurbita. Dear students, this diagram also we have seen in the previous video class. That is radial vascular bundle. Xylem and phloem are arranged in the different radii and also alternate each other. Example, root. Next one, this is the bicollateral vascular bundle. Phloem which is present in both outer side as well as the inner side. That phloem is called outer phloem and inner phloem. Dear students, before going to see the next topic, I have to give an instruction. When you are going to draw the diagram, you have to mention the phloem in the dot lines and the xylem in the checked type. That is the procedure to draw the diagram of xylem components as well as the phloem components in the vascular bundle. And also, 2 cambium is also present in the vascular bundle. This is called a conjoined bicollateral vascular bundle. Example, cucurbita. Dear students, these are all other 2 types of vascular bundle, that is collateral vascular bundle and also conjoined vascular bundle. First one, between the phloem and xylem, cambium is present, that is yellow color region. That type of vascular bundle is called conjoined collateral open vascular bundle. Next one, between the xylem and phloem, cambium is absent. That type of vascular bundle is called conjoined collateral and closed vascular bundle. So first one example, dicot stem. Second one example, monocot stem. Up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see the next type of vascular bundle. Dear students, next vascular bundle is concentric vascular bundle. Concentric, that means they are arranged in the form of circle nature. That is said to be concentric vascular bundle. So how they are arranged? Either xylem is completely surrounded the phloem or phloem which is surrounded the xylem. That is said to be concentric vascular bundle. It is divided into 2 types. One is the ampivasal, another one is the ampicribral. Ampivasal, that means xylem which is present in the outer side, phloem which is present in the center. So that's why they are given xylem surrounds the phloem. So where is the phloem? Phloem which is present at the center. The phloem is surrounded by xylem. That is called a ampivasal. Example, Dracaena. Next one, ampicribral. Phloem surrounds the xylem. So what will happen? The xylem which is present at the center surrounded by phloem. So this type of example, ferns. So this type of vascular bundle is called a ampicribral. So xylem and phloem are arranged in the form of cyclic manner. That type of vascular bundle is called a concentric vascular bundle, divided into 2 types, ampivasal, another one is the ampicribral. Then different types of xylem is also there. 2 types of xylem. One is the end-arc xylem, another one is the exarch xylem. What is end-arc xylem? End, which means inner. Exarch, which means outer. So which one is outer region? Which one is the inner region? So first one, end-arc. Depending upon the size of the xylem components, the xylem is divided into protoxylem and metaxylem. Proto, that means smaller size. Okay. Meta, which means larger size. Here, the protoxylem which lies towards the periphery, that is margin. புரோட்டோசைலம் எங்கே இருக்குது? மார்ஜினை நோக்கி இருக்குது, டுவோர்ட்ஸ் த பெரிஃபெரி. Protoxylem which lies towards the periphery, that type of xylem is called, what is that one? Exarch xylem. What is that one? Exarch xylem. Protoxylem which lies towards the periphery, that is margin, outer surface, margin நோக்கி இருந்துச்சுன்னா that type of xylem is called exarch xylem, outer region. Another one, the protoxylem which lies towards the center, எதை நோக்கி இருக்கு? சென்டரில் இருக்கு. That is said to be endarch. சென்டர் அப்படின்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்? Imagine it's a circle. The outermost layer is called exarch. Center region, that is called inner region. So at the center only the protoxylem present or lies, means that type of xylem is called endarch xylem. So endarch xylem example stem, exarch xylem example root. So this is the two type of xylem depending upon the position. எந்த இடத்துல இருக்கு? It facing towards the periphery means exarch, that is outer side. It facing towards the center, centerல இருக்கு அப்படின்னா inner region, that is called endarch. Endarch example stem and exarch example root region. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the vascular bundle which is present in the root region. The red color diagrams are called xylem and the blue colored xylem are phloem. See the diagram of xylem. When they are facing towards the center, the xylem components are larger in size, பெருசா இருக்கு. When grow towards the margin or periphery, the xylem elements are very small. So that xylem is called protoxylem. So protoxylem which is facing the periphery or outer, that is called exarch xylem. Then this is the example of root protoxylem which is facing the periphery. That type of xylem is called exarch xylem, example root. So when comparing to the stem, coming to the stem portion, what will happen? The protoxylem elements are present at the center, that is called endarch xylem. Dear students, these two are the type of concentric vascular bundle. See the diagram, how xylem and phloem are arranged. They are arranged in the form of ring-like structure or manner or cyclic manner. So first one, xylem is present at the center. This xylem is surrounded by phloem. So that is called, what is that one? Amphicribral. Amphicribral. Next one, what will happen? Phloem is at the center. This is surrounded by xylem. That is called amphivalsal. So amphivalsal, example Dracena. Amphicribral, example fern plant. So this is the two type of concentric vascular bundle. Dear students, up to this we have seen what is epidermal tissue system, functions of epidermal tissue system, what is ground tissue system, what is vascular tissue system and their types, that is conjoined vascular bundle, collateral vascular bundle, bicollateral vascular bundle, then conjoined collateral vascular bundle again divided into open type and closed type. The next one is the concentric vascular bundle which is divided into two types, amphivalsal and amphicribral. Then depending upon the position of the protoxylem elements, the xylem components are again divided into two types, protoxylem and metaxylem. Not only that, the position of the protoxylem which divides the xylem into another two types, that is endarch xylem Another one is the exarch xylem. Now we are going to see the internal structure of dicot root region. So what are all the tissue system which is present in the inside the root region? That is also dicot root. Dicot means what is that one? The embryo of the plant which are having two cotyledon. That is said to be dicot root. Example, bean plant. That is beans அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, பட்டாணி செடி. That and all showing the dicot root structure of internal structure of dicot root. The internal structure of dicot root showing the different region. First one is the epiblemma or epidermis. So epidermis means what is that one? We have already seen in the epidermal tissue system. It is the outermost layer which is protection in function. It has fine hair-like outgrowth that is called root hairs which absorb water and mineral salts from the soil. Okay. So the root hairs may be either unicellular or multicellular, but it is the root region. So they are having unicellular root hairs. That is, it is made up of only one cell. So due to the presence of root hairs, this region is named as rhizodermis or pyliferous layer. So epiblemma or epidermis is the outermost layer. In this region, cuticle and stomata are absent. That is the important point. Normally, cuticle and stomata which is present only in the leaf region and the stem region, isn't it? But it is a root region which is present below the soil. So cuticle and stomata are absent. Unicellular root hair is present. So this is named as rhizodermis or pyliferous layer. Next one, cortex. So what is the cortex? So cortex is named as the ground tissue. Pericycle, endodermis, cortex and pith are named as what is that one? Ground tissue system. So here the root region is also having the cortex. It is contained many layers, that is said to be multi-layered, large zone made up of thin-walled parenchymatous cells. What is that one? Thin-walled parenchymatous cells with the intercellular spaces. What is the intercellular spaces? The gap between the two cells, they are having large space, air space. That is called intercellular spaces. The function of the cortex is they are storing the food material and water. That is the functions of cortex. Then next region is endodermis. Endo, that means inner. Dermis, layer. Where is the layer which is present? That is the innermost layer of the cortex. Cortex oda last layer which constitute the region is called endodermis. Endodermis, the important 1 mark question. Dash is the innermost layer of the cortex. What is the answer? Endodermis. The shape of the cells are barrel shape. That is said to be barrel shaped cells which are closely packed. That means no gap between the cells and show band like thickenings. அப்படியே stripe ribbon மாதிரி dark colorல பட்டப்பட்டையா இருக்கு. எதுல? endodermis layerல. That endodermis layerல எங்க இருக்கு அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா on the radial walls. ஃபுல்லாவே இல்ல. barrel shape மேட்ச் பண்ணுங்க. ஒரு டயகிராம் வரையறோம். மேலே ஒரு ஆர்க்கு, கீழே ஒரு ஆர்க்கு, ரெண்டையும் சைடில் ஜாயின் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா that is said to be barrel shape. Okay. So here the band like thickenings which is present on the radial walls and also inner tangential walls called Casparian strip. What is that one? Casparian strip. The functions of the endodermis, which helps in the movement of water and dissolved salts from cortex to the xylem. What is that one? Cortex la irundhu xylathukku enna pogudhu ungalku water and mineral salts. So that is said to be the endodermis. It is the innermost layer of the cortex. It is a barrel shaped, closely packed, tight, no gap, tightly packed, dark band like thickenings present in the radial and inner tangential walls called Casparian stripe. This helps in the movement of water and mineral salts, which is moved from cortex to xylem. Next one, stele. That means innermost layer of the cortex is called endodermis. All the tissue which is present, dear students, all the tissues which is present inner to the endodermis is called stele. So the stele which contains or include a layer is called pericycle and also vascular bundle. What is the vascular bundle? Xylem and phloem are arranged in certain arrangements, either radial or what is that one ungalku? Same radii. That is said to be vascular bundle. Next one, pericycle. Inner to the endodermis, a single layer is called pericycle. So this pericycle, which is originated or produced from the lateral roots. Next one, vascular bundle. The arrangement of vascular bundle is radial. We already seen the diagram. What is that one? Radial vascular bundle. Example, monocot root and dicot root. So the shape of the vascular bundle, the type of the vascular bundle is radial vascular bundle. Xylem is exarch. What is the exarch xylem? Protoxylem elements are facing the margin or periphery. So exarch xylem. And tetrarch. What is a tetrarch? 4 protoxylem components are there. So that is called tetra. Tetra means what is that one? 4. How many protoxylem is there? 4. So that condition is called exarch and tetrarch. Then there is the conjunctive tissue between the xylem and phloem component is there. That phloem and xylem are separated by conjunctive tissue. In dicot root, this conjunctive tissue is made up of parenchyma cells. The last one is the pith. Normally, young root only contains pith in the dicot plant, but in the matured dicot root, pith is absent. So that is said to be the internal structure of dicot root. Example, bean root. Dear students, this is the ground plan of the dicot root or bean root. Internal structure. Outermost layer is called epidermis. The unicellular root hairs are present. Then inner to the epidermis is called cortex region, which is large multi-layer. The innermost layer of the cortex is called endodermis. Inner circle irukku parunga. That is endodermis. Then inner to the endodermis, that layer is called pericycle. Unnoru layer adukulla irukku parunga. Second layer. That is pericycle. Then vascular bundles, xylem and phloem are present. Xylem, how many arms irukku parunga? 1, 2, 3, 4 arms irukku. That is xylem is said to be tetrarch condition. Then how xylem and phloem are arranged? Different radii and also alternate manner. That type of bundle is called, what is that one? Radial bundle. Then protoxylem elements which are facing the periphery or margin that is called exarch xylem. This is the ground plan. One sector of a diagram, we are going to see that one. So this is the outermost layer is called epidermis, made up of closely packed parenchymatous cell. Stomata cuticles are absent. Unicellular root hairs present. So this layer is named as epiblemma or pyliferous layer. Inner to the epidermis, many layers which is large constitute the cortex region, which is made up of parenchymatous cell. Between the cells, lot of gap is there, intercellular spaces is there, air space is there. So the function of the cortex is storage in function. Stores the food material and watery substance. The innermost layer, see the innermost layer of the cortex, which constitute the endodermis. See the shape of the cells, that is said to be the barrel-shaped cells, closely packed, which are having thick band-like thickenings, dark band-like thickenings, which is present in the radial walls and inner tangential walls is called Casparian stripe. Inner to the endodermis, one more layer which is closely packed parenchyma cells is called pericycle. Inner to the pericycle, so this region is said to be the stele pericycle vascular bundle. That region is called stele. Inner to the pericycle, xylem and phloem are arranged in a radial manner. Center they are having large metaxylem. When grow towards the periphery or margin, the shape of the xylem is very small. So the last one is very small, that is called protoxylem. The protoxylem which is facing the margin or periphery, that is what type of xylem? Exarch xylem. Okay. Then how many protoxylem elements is there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the condition of xylem is tetrarch condition. Another one, the phloem and xylem, which are arranged in the form of alternate manner and also radial. So these xylem and phloem are separated or connected by a tissue is called conjunctive tissue. That conjunctive tissue, that is black color, that is said to be conjunctive tissue, which is made up of parenchymatous cell. Normally, at the center only they are having the pith region, but this is the old root, so the pith is absent in the stellar region. This is said to be the transverse section of dicot root or monocot root. Dear students, next one is the internal structure of monocot root. Example, maize root. Like dicot root, monocot root also divided into the same region, epidermis or rhizodermis. The same points, outermost layer is called epidermis, made up of parenchymatous cell. Stomata and cuticles are absent. Root hairs are present. The functions of the root hair is absorption of water and mineral salts. And also the functions of the epidermis is protect the inner tissues. That one I already told you. They are giving protection to the underlying tissues. Next one, cortex. The same one, multi-layered, large zoned parenchyma cells with a lot of intracellular spaces, stores water and food material. Next one, endodermis. This is also the same one. The innermost layer of the cortex is called endodermis, barrel shaped, closely packed parenchymatous cell. Casparian stripe is also present in the radial and inner tangential walls. This Casparian stripes are dark band-like thickenings which is made up of a chemical substance is called suberin. That's why they are arranged in the form of dark band-like structure. பட்டை மாதிரி இருக்கும் அப்படியே. That is called Casparian stripes. Next one, stele, that is inner to the endodermis, the region which is constitute stele, which consists of two regions in dicot root, but here three regions, that is pericycle, vascular bundle and pith region. Next one, pericycle. So inner to the endodermis, a single layer which is made up of closely packed parenchyma cells is called pericycle. The walls are very thin. This pericycle region is originated from the lateral roots. Next one, vascular tissue. This is the only variation. What is the only variation? In dicot root, vascular bundles are tetrarch. 4 தான் இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம். பட் இந்த மோனோகாட் ரூட்டில் vascular bundles are many. நிறையா இருக்குது. ஸோ பாலியார்க் கண்டிஷன். What is that one? Polyarch. But others are same. Xylem and phloem are arranged in alternate manner but different radii. So that is the radial arrangement. Protoxylem elements are many. நிறையா இருக்குது. So polyarch but exarch. What is that one? Protoxylem elements are facing the periphery or margin. So that is said to be exarch and polyarch. Another important variation. Xylem and phloem are connected by a conjunctive tissue is made up of sclerenchyma cells. இங்கே sclerenchyma, but dicot rootல என்ன இருக்குது உங்களுக்கு? Parenchyma cells. That is the variation which is showing in the monocot root and dicot root. Dear students, this is the ground plan of monocot root. There is maize root, outermost layer epidermis, unicellular root as, there is pyliparous layer, inner to the epidermis a large cortex. The innermost layer of the cortex is called endodermis. Inner to the endodermis pericycle. That region is called stellar region, which are contains many vascular bundle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More than 4 is there. So this condition is called polyarch. See the xylem components. Protoxylem elements are facing towards the margin or periphery. So exarch xylem, but central they are having the large space which is made up of with thin walled, closely packed or loosely packed. Sometimes ரொம்பவும் நெருக்கமாக இருக்கும். Sometimes வந்து with intercellular spaces gap இருக்கும். That is called pith or medulla. This pith is absent in the dicot root, but it is present in the monocot root. It is another important differentiate between dicot root and monocot root. Next one, transverse section of monocot root. Everything same. Outermost layer is called epidermis. Then unicellular root as, which is absorption in function. Pyliparous layer or epidermal layer made up of closely packed parenchymatous cell. Cuticle and stomata are absent. They are giving protection to the underlying tissues. Then inner to the epidermis, a large region is called cortex, made up of parenchyma with intercellular spaces, which is storage in function, storing food material and water. Likewise, the innermost layer is called endodermis. This endodermis, barrel shaped, closely packed parenchymatous cell. dark band-like thickenings which is present in the radial and inner tangential walls made up of the chemical substance is called suberin. The inner to the endodermis which constitute the stele. The stele divided into 3 regions. Noted down. Anga 2 regions dichord pericycle and vascular bundle. But in monocot root, pericycle, vascular bundle and pith region. Next one, pericycle is the innermost layer. Inner to the endodermis, the region is called pericycle, closely packed parenchyma cells, single layer. This region is produced or originated from lateral roots. Then vascular bundles. Many vascular bundles are there. Xylem alternates the phloem in different radii. So radial vascular bundle. At the same time, many xylem components are there. So polyarch condition. Poly, which means many. So many xylem components are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 xylem components is there. So that is polyarch condition. Then the protoxylem elements are facing the periphery or margin. So exarch condition. Then the xylem and phloem are connected by or separated by a conjunctive tissue made up of sclerenchyma. Inga sclerenchyma. Dichord what is that one? Parenchyma cells. At the center, they are having thin-walled, loosely packed parenchyma cell is called pith. And the cellular parenchyma. So, one cellular no cellular nadula gap irukku. Appa loosely packed with large intercellular spaces. That region is called pith or medulla. The function of a pith or medulla is storage in function. See pith, it is present at the center, made up of parenchyma cell with intercellular spaces. It contains, means what is that one? It stores large amount of food material, I told you. So that food material is in the form of starch grains and also it stores the food material. So this is the internal structure of monocot root. Dear students, I hope have you all understood different types of vascular bundles, internal structure of dicot root and monocot root and their diagram. If you are having any doubt, please ask me over phone. Then, if you are posting any question in the WhatsApp group, please write the answer in your long size unruled new biology notebook and post as task completed in the group between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. without fail. God bless you. All the best, children.